Hi. Just before the audio starts, I'll try to make this quick. I have a Patreon, so if you enjoy my content, there's a link in the description. If you sign up, only $5 a month, you get access to a bunch of exclusive audios, weekly polls, which is why you're hearing this audio right now, and a Discord with a bunch of lovely, lovely people. And occasionally, I do stuff in the Discord, like, about 2 weeks ago, we did some stuff on Jardic Phone, played some Jackbox games. It was very, very fun. We had some very good bonding moments. Also, I'm still advocating for this because my friend could still use some financial support. A very dear friend of mine is going through some financial trouble. They're getting to a place where they might be able to get out of it soon, but they still need a little bit of aid, a little bit of help. So if you have a few dollars, a very dear friend of mine could use some help. Link in the description, there is a GoFundMe. So if you are willing to donate a few dollars, I'd be so grateful because this woman means so much to me. If you're willing, that would mean a lot. It's the first link in the description. Second is my Patreon. Now, I've wasted enough of your time. Why don't you get to this cute little audio? So, without further ado, enjoy the audio. Oh, she lives. How delightful. Oh, easy now, easy. You're fine. You got wounded in a fight, and people brought you to me, and now I'm patching up your wounds. It's good to know you didn't die of the blood loss. I was a touch worried about that, because I didn't know how long you had these wounds till you got to me, but luckily you seem fine. Yeah, sorry, now I'm just patching up this gash on your arm. Hold still. Oop. Oh, it hurts. Well, I have two options for you. A, I leave the wound open. You leave, go on your adventures and whatnot, and then you come back here with your arm deeply infected, and I have to amputate it. Or B, I stitch it closed. Which one will you choose? Funny, most people choose that option. I don't know why. Yes. Oh, your party members are fine. My team's taking care of them. Yeah, you were the one that got the worst injured. But you're alive, so lucky you. Now this will sting, so... would you like to bite on something? I know that helps some people. Alright, one moment. Here. It's just some wraps, but... Here, it's something to bite down on. You go. Now this will sting very badly, but I do need to disinfect the wound. Alright. 3, 2, 1. There you go. Oh, I know it hurts. Hurts good. It's a good pain. Means all the germs in there are dying. There you go. Alright, now you might want to keep that in your mouth for now, because I do need to stitch the wound closed. And this usually doesn't feel the greatest either. There we go. And bite down hard, because we are stitching this closed in 5, 4, 3, 2. I know it doesn't feel great. But hey, look at you, you did it. I'm proud of you. As proud as a random doctor can be of a random individual. So, now that I've patched you up, I do need to ask you a few questions, because, you know, doctor, need to make sure you're not going to die in the morning. Kind of part of the whole job description. Alright, how do you feel? That checks out. Do you feel lightheaded or woozy? Nauseous at all? Scale of 1 to 10. Okay, better than I was expecting. How are you mental-wise? Do you remember your name? Good. What day is it? Alrighty. And how many fingers am I holding up? There you go. Alright. Good. Your brain seems to not have sustained too much damage. I was worried you had a concussion, which, to be fair, you might. It's very likely, but yeah, you'll be fine. Just don't do anything that'll turn your head too much into a maraca. So what exactly was your party doing out in the woods, that deep in there? Oh yes, the MacGuffin side quest. Oh, nice. Did you at least get it? Oh, good. How much is it worth? You nearly died for 50 silver. Lord, our economy is terrible. 50 silver. I get paid that every week. I respect the hustle, I suppose, but Lord. Oh, my eyes are pretty. Well, thank you. Yours happen to glisten very nicely, too. Oh, wait. I see what's happening here. Oh, boy. Well, I forget the specific name of this condition, but this happens sometimes. When a wounded warrior is taken in and cared for very deeply by a doctor, such as moi, feelings start to form. You know, I did save your life. Did stop you from having to amputate that arm, and, well, I saved one of your toes, too. Though that's a story for later. So naturally, you feel a bit of a connection to me, since I worked about an hour and a half on you. Actually, what time is it? Ooh, 3 hours, actually. Ooh. I have to charge you extra for that. I'm joking, I know you're poor. But it is something that happens with a fair amount of my patients, male and female. The voice and face don't really do much to help it, but I don't complain. Makes me feel more confident, at least. Oh yes, my self-esteem is a bit terrible. The only thing I have confidence in is being able to save the lives of people who have lost their limbs and have come down with some sort of plague. I'm not good at alchemy, but I make do. Right, yeah. Yes, well, you need to watch out for goblins in the woods. That is my diagnosis. Fortunately, I can't give you anything to numb the pain. Again, I don't have my alchemy set up, so... Yep, you're just gonna have to deal, but you're a warrior, so I'm sure you're fine with that. Oh, no. You're still pursuing this, are you? Thank you. I do like my hair, too. It's very pretty and glossy. You are wounded, and my hair is soft. Fine. Get a rub in. A little aggressive there. There. Satisfied. It is a bit like silk. No, I don't use anything in it, I just have good hair genetics. As long as I wash it. If I don't, the next day I will look like I haven't showered in at least a month. My hair gets very greasy. My name... Sweetheart, you don't need to know my name. Honey, if you really want to pursue this, this is going to be very difficult. First of all, don't know each other. I did just save your life, and that's literally the extent to we know anything about each other. Second, I am a doctor, and you know this area. Very dangerous. I get a lot of patients. I am very, very busy. Just last week I saved, 7 people from losing limbs? One person was literally on the verge of death. Had about an ounce of blood left in their system. The heart started beating a few times. But brought it back. You have my permission to get to know me a little bit. But again, there's a reason I am currently single. There is a lot of things that a doctor of this era needs to do. I am very, very busy. The only socialization I have is what we're doing right now. Well, I'm glad someone finds me charming and not annoying. It's very rare that happens. Alright, you can ask me a few questions. No. You don't get to learn my name yet. Because I say so. And also, it's some information I would like to keep close to my chest. You might recognize it, you might realize who I am, and then you might want to kill me. It's very likely. Oh, I have upset quite a few people. See, being a doctor, you save a lot of lives, but you also don't do that sometimes. And depending on the family you fail to do that for, they get a bit pissy sometimes. And usually they put out a warrant because they thought you intentionally killed them, when in reality I did all I could, but it happens. Frankly, I don't really care. It's whatever. It's unfortunate, but yeah, I don't make it a habit of sharing my name with all my patients, because you never know. Maybe I didn't save your uncle, and your aunt is very upset at me, so you never know. So any other question? Fire away. Is that all you could think of? Well, for your information, my favorite color is navy blue. Really? You labeled me more as a teal guy. Well, that was your mistake. I like teal. More of a navy blue person, though. What about you? Fair enough. I see it. It's pretty in its own way. I don't mean to downplay your favorite color. I'm just saying there are better options. Like navy blue. Oh, you have another question? No? Fire away. Well, that one has some lore behind it. I became a doctor because my father died when I was 10, and we didn't have any doctors to help him. So that sort of put this need in me to help others. Make sure I left everyone better than when I found them. So I got a education in a lot of various medical techniques. Unfortunately, with the modern era, we don't have much at our disposal other than alchemy and stitches and gauze, but there's only so much I can do with someone who has the flu. It's still fairly fatal, but yeah, when you have an education in modern means, it's sort of makes you realize how hopeless a lot of situations are. I try my best, but so the boy followed his dream, got a medical education, became a doctor, and then a bunch of people died on my account. Got a lot of grief, and now I care less. I do what I can, save who I can, and I know when someone's placed on a table in front of me, there is a chance that they won't wake up, and I just have to be okay with that. Terrible, yes, but it's what I have to deal with. I save enough people. If there is an afterlife, I think I'll be able to get into it. I've done good things. A few bad, but, who hasn't? We're all varying sides of morally gray. We all have evil in us, all have good in us. No one's perfect. At least that's what I tell myself to get myself to sleep. Oh, insomnia is a beast. Oh, I was at many battlefields, so I've seen some gruesome things. Things involving limbs not being attached to bodies, copious smells of various fluids, mostly blood. Some poop. Yeah, some soldiers aren't quite as brave as they make themselves out to be. Yeah, you see it enough times, you stop caring. Besides, still doing what I want to. My dream never changed, it just morphed. I guess that is a bit of the same thing, but you know what I mean. I still do what I want to. Help people. But I don't feel as cheery about it as I did in my youth. As I got my medical license, I got happy, cheery. I was like, I'm going to help people. Then the first 5 people that I got the chance to help died. So that was scarring. But here I am. I moved on. And then I saved someone. I felt good about myself, patted myself on the back. And then I saved another person. And then another person died. But I saved another, and another, and another. Another person died. So it became a cycle. Alright, well, I think that was some good chit-chat. You should be fine for the night. I recommend getting some sleep, if you can. I know the pain is a bit intense right now, but again, not much I can do. I would give you something to numb the pain, but I left my alchemy station at the other end, so sorry. If you need anything, I have a little bell on your nightstand, and my maid will get you some water or some food. And you'll be good to go and say... You'll be able to stand in a few days, but actually adventuring with your buddies, I'd recommend staying off that for a little bit. Ride on your horse. I know often I recommend people to not do a lot of physical activity after an injury like this, but knowing people with the spirit of yours, they very rarely listen. So I'd very least advise you to be careful. You'll be able to stand in a few days. I recommend riding a very gentle horse, maybe on the back of one of your compadres, and all that jazz. So, I will see you, woman who has a crush on me, in a little bit. Well, I think that's a very apt name. Woman who has a crush on me. W-H. Woman who. W-H-H-C-O-M. W-A-H. I already forgot the abbreviation, screw it. No, I will be able to check on you more, so you will have more opportunities to get to know the pretty boy. Lucky you. But for now, I bid you adieu. You better sleep. If not, I'll be pissed. Good night, pretty lady.